Hello everybody and a very good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. It is Tuesday already. We have got a fun day lined up for you as we continue to celebrate National Craft Month. In case you didn't know, there is a code over on the website. Check it out. It's NCM Paper 40 to get 40% off selected paper. That's there on the web. We've got an amazing day lined up for you. Launch parties coming up a little bit later on. Lily will be coming in to say hello live from 5. We've also got launch day as well for you. I know today's launch is already proving very, very popular indeed. That is going to be hugely exciting. It is our Bookworm collection. The official launch of that with Leann is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. However, I know you're up early, you're here, you've set the alarm because you want to grab the deal before everybody else. So we're going to bring you a sneaky peek preview of that during Wake Up Call right now with Leann, who is just to my right-hand side. She is waiting. She's currently doing a warm-up, getting ready for the show. But the showstopper is live. I'll tell you all about that and show you about that Bookworm collection very shortly. But if you saw the HSM preview, the show that we did very recently, you will want to get your mitts on that. But before we get to talking about the launch, very quickly, we need to talk about something. It's the worst kept secret at Crafters TV, to be honest with you, because this weekend we are going back to doing shows for you, all right? So Saturday, we have got 2 live shows for you, and then on Sunday, we've got the return of Second Chance Sunday, which will be a pre-recorded offering with little old me, bringing you some of the best deals from the week. So that's exciting, but more exciting than that is that Saturdays are back live. This Saturday, you're gonna be seeing faces you know, and hosting the Saturday shows, well, a face you will know if you've been with us for a while, a face that you won't know if you've only just joined us. A very good friend of mine and a brilliant chap who was here at Crafters TV. You'll have to remind me when, in just a few seconds. But delighted to introduce you to the lovely George A. Kidd. George, welcome back to Crafters TV.
Yes! Hello, I'm back.
You are?
2022.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was really
2022.
And a bit years ago. I've got wider since then, but a few years ago now, yeah, 2022 I think it was, yeah.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Great drive this morning.
Yeah, just to let everybody know as well, for those of you that know George, you are from the same place as one of our...
Debbie Robinson.
Yeah.
Not only the same place, same village, literally 2-minute walk away.
Yeah.
So you can hear her. It's like throughout the hills of Barnsley, you can hear Debbie Robinson. That's it.
And the good thing is, so this Saturday you're back, and Debbie's with you, isn't she?
Debbie's
on the first
back
2 shows?
on this Saturday, along with Debbie. We've also, Sarah's going to be joining us as well for our Make It Saturdays. Brand new show, very exciting. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, weren't we? There's so much coming up. I have to write everything down. We're doing Saturday Sizzler deals. Yeah. We have got a craft clinic, which is brand new. Debbie's going to be doing the Gemini 101. So if you've got any questions about the Gemini, we're going to be answering those for you on Saturday. Sarah's going to be joining us as well, not only for the first show of the Make It Saturdays, but it's International Women's Day, so she's going to be joining us for that as well. And then Saturdays are also going to be the new home of Demo of the Week. Yes. So obviously doing it through all the shows, and then on the Saturday, joining us for that Demo of the Week. We've also got a Saturday selection goodie bag. Again, this is going to be brilliant. So Debbie's going to be given a bag of crafting goodness, and she's got to make something on the spot, not knowing what it is, and you're going to have the chance to buy that as well.
You are, and I don't know if anyone told you, but the presenters now getting in, like I do a little bit, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I do a bit of crafting now as well, and I don't know if they've told you, but you are going to be, all right, Leann, I've made some lovely cards, thank you very much. You're going to be involved in the making on Saturday with Debbie.
Well, I don't want to show her up, but I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. And also, like any good show here on Crafters TV, there's going to be giveaways galore. Yes, in the words of Brucey, good game, good game. There's going to be some giveaways. I know, listen, there's a long, ongoing joke between me and Ben about Bruce Forsyth. We do an impression, but I think I do a better Brucey than Ben. It's fine, no, it's fine.
Well, you'll get to find out, won't you, if you're watching on Saturday. That's at 2 o'clock Saturday, and just before that, of course, craft-alongs,
Yeah, craft-along. It's all about the garden collection. Debbie's going to be here. We're going to be doing craft-alongs as well. So that's 12 p.m. Here in the UK, 7 a.m. over on the East Coast, and then again, we're going to be doing Make It Saturdays, 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. over on the East Coast. So over in America, you guys stateside, you're going to be waking up on a Saturday with my lovely face. And it's going to be chats, crafting, a really nice laid-back show to kick off your Saturday over on the States.
Already some lovely messages. Kirsty D says, yay, George is back. Hi, George. Michelle says, welcome back, George. And Doreen says, hello, George. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. I'm only a Crafters Companion family member since August 2023. I can tell you that you will get to know him very quickly, and it's going to be fun. George, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'll be seeing you a little bit later on.
Absolutely. Yep. And tune in this Saturday for live Saturday shows and the return of Second Chance Sunday on Sunday. But let's get into today, waiting very patiently, very, very excited about the brand new launch. Chivmeister is here, the moss to my sizel. It's the one and only Leann. How are you?
I'm absolutely superb, thank you, Ben. I'm really, really excited about this launch today. I'm really excited that George is joining us on Saturday too. It's absolutely wonderful to have him back. So welcome to you, George, from everybody here at Crafters TV. I'll be the judge on the Bruce Forsyth impersonations. He's one of my favourite people, so I will tick to who is the best on that. I've got your back, Ben.
Thanks, Leann.
Okay, now we are definitely launching, I think, one of the best things we've launched so far in 2025.
Yes.
And I am confident that this collection is going to resonate with all of you at home. Because if you love a book, this collection is for you. It's absolutely... Oh, I've brought my glasses so I can be a bookworm.
You can be a bookworm as well, yes.
My new ones, what do you think?
Oh, they're lovely.
Do you like them?
Yeah, I do.
They're a bit Dame Edna. They're a bit tortoise-shelly,
yeah, I like
and they've
them.
got a little bit of a Dame Edna thing going on, which I'm all right about, to be fair. Copy. I'll tell you where I got them from. They're very reasonable, Nicola. Right. I will take a minute to just show you what's in this brand new collection, Ben. So this is our Bookworm collection. Now, you're getting the 6x6 paper pad free in this collection. It's called our Bookworm collection, and it's absolutely incredible. I'll show you those papers in a second.
Yes.
Let me take you through all of the different elements that you're getting in here. So we can see we've got the little Bookworm boy or tomboy. Colour it how you like. It's entirely up to you. That's called Full of Adventure. Then we've got the little Bookworm girl, Reading is Dreaming. They're beautiful stamp sets you've got there. Then we've got the die sets as well, by the way. Then we've got this fabulous little book collection, shelf of books.
Look at
my favourite.
He's so cute.
My favourite cute bookworm. How absolutely gorgeous. Look, big bookworm. Baby bookworm. We had to get baby bookworm in there on the deal as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've then got just a really great, useful little stack of books if you want to do a more adult book-themed card.
Look at these.
My favourite die set, the reading glasses. We've gone with the traditional aviator there.
Yes.
If you're doing a masculine card, and we've gone with the Dame Ednas.
Dame Edna. Hello,
The Dame
possums.
Ednas. We've got the Dame Ednas if you want them. Then we've got this die set, which creates you, I'm just going to show you this quickly, a fabulous stack of books. Look how brilliant they are when you use those dies to stack them up with different cards and papers. It looks incredible. You've got this brilliant stamp and die collection, Next Chapter, where you've got lots of different books and lots of different formats. We've got this fabulous little open book stamp and die set with a great little sentiment stamp over here, little coffee cup to go with and a little bookmark. That's chapter 1. And then we've got Read Me, which is a brilliant bookmark collection. And I love that sentiment and die set there. You Can Read Me Like a Book.
I love it.
The book is a die and the You Can Read Me Like is a stamp.
Yep.
Both my husband and son can read me like a book. There is no mystery left. And then we've got this fabulous 7x7 stamp set, which I absolutely adore. The sentiments on here, Ben, there are some fantastic ones. Books are dreams you hold in your hands. Love it. In my bookish era, I love that one. Reading is dreaming with your eyes open. Read more, scroll less. That's an instruction to everybody. Thank you for being part of my story. Bookworms will rule the world as soon as we finish one more chapter. which was me over the weekend. I love we've got inspire there from the dictionary, which is to cause or create new ideas, fresh thought, to influence, to motivate one into action. I just love it. Some stories stay with us forever. Have a novel birthday. Keep the flowers, buy books. You're my favourite non-fictional person, Ben.
Thank you.
And just there's so many other ones in there which I won't bore you with. We'll look at them later. But I love the typography on there. I love the fact that there's all those very, very usable sentiments across the collection. And then don't forget, that's everything you're getting: die, stamps, etc., etc. But this paper pad,
Ben.
Ben.
And this is free.
And this is free. Look at the papers in here.
Wow.
Absolutely exquisite. Single-sided 6x6. The colour palette is absolutely beautiful. You've got something masculine, something feminine, something older, something younger. There is something for everybody in here, and the patterns do not overwhelm when you're using these to put the cards together. They just really support and complement, and you've got a lovely range of styles in here that are useful for everybody. It's a really beautiful collection. 36 sheets, 6x6, 180 GSM. You've got 12 designs and 3 of each, 36 pages in there, as you would expect from a Crafter's Companion paper pad. And then if we look at some of the things that we can create,
so cool.
Because I really wanted to show you this, because it's great looking at the boards, but until you see how these have been used, this is how you're going to know that this collection is for you. Look what we've done there with the book.
So clever.
You know, the little book, I'm going to find it. Where was it? Here. The book, we've just chopped the B and the K away and used the glasses to make the word book with the glasses. How incredible is that? That reminds me of The Invisible Man. Can you remember that? He just used to leave his glasses around. Yeah. He lives in my house. Yeah, the Invisible Man, because the glasses are everywhere in our house and you can never find the man. He's always in the garage with his bikes. And then you can see here, I love this. That's the little stack of books being stacked 2 or 3 times, and then the little girl reading there. Aww. There is no such thing as too many books. I concur. This is great, because this has got a more grungy, distressed feel to it, hasn't it? You've got Once Upon a Time in there, which is absolutely fabulous.
Read books and drink good coffee, yes.
I mean, words to live by,
absolutely.
Exactly right. Then here he is.
He's so cute.
The little guy, he's there. The little bookworm, might be my favourite little die in the collection, actually. Yeah. This, look at this. This is a performance of a card. Look how incredible. I mean, it falls flat to post. And I'm going to actually make this in the launch.
Nice.
Yes. So we'll learn how to make this. I love the fact you've got the little glasses, you've got the little cup in there, you've got the Once Upon a Time. It will fold flat. You've got your bookmark on here.
I was just about to say the same as Nicola said. The acetate behind the glasses is brilliant.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so many gorgeous little details which really do make a difference. You've got that fabulous bookmark on there. You can make that detachable, so it's a gift if you're giving it to somebody, if you want to do that. The possibilities, Ben, with this particular collection, I believe, are completely endless. You're going to have an incredible time, and what you're seeing here is all of the dies and stamps you've got in the collection supported with that paper pad to make so many very, very different cards. Look at Baby Bookworm. So many very, very different creations. This can be gift boxes, it can be just bookmarks for sale, cards for people, it can be decoration. It is so, so useful. And it's for everybody. I think this is a need, not a want, because I think it's a huge gap in a papercraft collection.
Absolutely. And you guys have agreed with this, because I can tell you already, we're 13 minutes into the show, 20% of the showstopper has already gone. And remember, you can go for things individually if you want, shop the day, shop the show for all of that, but the best way to go is to get the showstopper. You'll get the paper pad within the collection for free when you go down that route. So that's £60 platinum, $76 if you're a platinum member and you're shopping in the US. And don't forget, if you're shopping for the first time today, sign up to Club Inspire. You'll get 20% off your first order, and that will be your price. Few quick hellos. There's a lot of love for this already in the comments, but we've got Radical Rachel on the comments for this morning saying hello to us already is PB Brewer Martin, who says, good morning and happy Mardi Gras. Oh, happy Mardi Gras. To Leann, Ben and team, all of you in the incredible CC community. Laissez les bons temps rouler, she says. Let the good times roll. That's what that is for those of you that don't speak French. She put it in brackets for me. Karen Jones says, good morning everyone, greetings from a sunny South Wales, so excited for the launch. Hello Trudy in Florida, Lois in Ohio, Melanie D in Florida, Kathy Green says good morning, Ben and Leanne at Mechanicsburg. Laurie Barnett says good morning, Mistress Dow is in, as is Mary Beth in Minnesota. Melanie D says, I'm so excited for this Bookworm collection and the weekend shows, lots of excitement for the weekend shows coming back. The Saturday show, Pamela, so 12 till 1 and then 2 till, well, I mean, it could be 4, it could be 5, as long as you want, really. It won't go any longer than 5. But we're keeping it open-ended. Seems to be the new thing now. A lot of like the live Netflix shows seem to do that. Seem to just go for as long as they want to go for. You know, if it finishes early, finishes early. If it goes long, goes long. We'll keep it open. We'll be organic with it. Jyoti says, hello, George. Welcome back. So cool to have you on Saturday. Good to see George again, says Mary Beth. Loving Leanne's blouse, says Pamela. And love all of the sentiments, says Gillian. Alison says, this is my dream collection. I read every day. And love this, says Helen. I'm a bookworm. Read anything and everything. Love this collection, says Linda Armstead. And Wendy says, hi, Leanne, Ben, and all the crafters. I love this collection. It covers everyone, female, male, and kids. It is just brilliant. I popped something on my socials earlier on asking for your book recommendations. So let us know your book recommendations. What are you currently reading? What was the last book that you read? Are you more fiction or non-fiction? I am just currently reading the Hardest Geezer book. I don't know if you've read that, about the guy who did the run across Africa. Russ Cook he's called. Absolutely brilliant. I tend to like reading non-fiction more than sort of like fiction stuff, and I'm trying to read a lot more because I read a lot on holiday, but not so much when I'm at home. But let us know what you're reading. What do we need to know about? Did I just hear, Leanne, that you read a book in a day, did you say?
I started at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and I was finished by 4 o'clock Sunday.
What book was that?
So good. The Secret Child by Diane Chamberlain. So good. Mystery. Mystery.
Oh, okay.
I love a mystery. I like Harlan Coben's one of my favourite authors. I like Diane Setterfield as well.
Do you like
I love Richard Osman.
Don't you?
Richard Osman, Thursday Murder Club. Everybody has to read that without fail. I really like Kate Moss as well, and I like Rachel Hoare. I like a mystery to unravel. I'm not into gore, and I'm not a lover of Stephen King. Controversial.
Oh, okay.
I know, but I do like a mystery or a thriller. I like a cop drama.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? When I'm on holiday, there's nothing better than a good old chick flick. But they're not a flick. What is it? What is it? A book? It's not a book. Is it a chick flick? Because you flick in the pages?
A chick flip.
Chick flip. I like a chick flip.
Made that up. So let us know. Recommendations, please. Hi to Alexandra, who says, this collection is wonderful. My entire family love books. Welcome back to George too. And Kirsty D says, Showstopper bought, now to try and wait patiently for it to arrive. And this is the thing. And I know this is not going to arrive in time for this year's World Book Day. However, you think about occasions where you can use it, brilliant for that as well, because that's this coming Thursday. All right, official launch of this, as we say, is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We are over 20% of the stock gone. Shall we dive into this with Leanne and see what we're going to start with? Are you going to start with the Bookworm itself?
We're starting with the stack of books and the glasses because I love it.
Yes.
I love the way that it's been used with the little glasses there.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
very
it's
cool.
really, really cool. So, camera's gone for a little wander. It's coming back. It's coming back. Right, now then, we're going to start. I'm not going to do any die cutting in this demonstration, Ben, because if you've watched us die cut before, all of these dies, most of them are usable in your Mini, your Midi, your Gemini, in fact, all of them.
Yeah.
I can't think of one that is not. No. All dies will fit into your Gemini Mini. They'll fit in your Midi, your Junior, your Gemini. You've watched us run things through a machine lots of times. I want to focus on the inspiration for you and how to put things together in this show. So I'm starting with just a plain 5x7 half-fold card. You can see there. And then I've got just a nice black matten layer. I've got my all-purpose glue, and then I've just got a piece of watercolour card where with a Duet ink pad I've stenciled through using a stencil from my stash. Can be any stencil.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is, it's up to you entirely. Just one that you like. And if you don't have a stencil to ink, use some paper from the paper pad that you get free in the collection. That will look equally lovely. It's the vibe. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's really lovely.
Yeah.
Very, very usable. I would be buying myself an extra one of those,
Absolutely.
I have to say.
Considering you get it for free as well.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so I'm just going to use my all-purpose and I'm going to do my matting and layering and get this in place on the bottom there. So whenever I'm matting and layering and I want a card to last forever, I want it to be a heirloom, I always use all-purpose. As you know, I love it.
Absolutely.
It's my glue of choice.
Sets like concrete.
It does dry like concrete. It really makes very inexpensive cardstock feel expensive because it gives it lovely weight and dries really firm. And it's good because if you get any oozing out the sides there, you see, you can just wipe it away.
Yeah.
And it doesn't spoil your project at all. Okay, so there we go. I've got my base ready. So now I can start putting together my little stack of books. So I've cut out, you can see here, from different coloured cardstocks, linen cardstock, and again, it could be from your paper pad if you want to, lots of different little bits of the book. And I'm just going to start assembling. So let's start at the top of the pile and work down. So I'm just going to use a little bit of all-purpose, and I'm going to say that's going about there.
Teresa, just to say, everything Leann just showed you is the showstopper. But if you get the showstopper, you get the paper pad for free. So it's everything but a free paper pad. There is a version on the website which is the same price without the paper pad. So don't buy that one. Don't go for that one. Go for the showstopper. That one basically is for the people who arrive late and then they don't get the showstopper. So you get this one with the free paper pad, you see.
Exactly right. So you see, I've put that book down flat with no dimension. Then this one, I've just put one layer of foam pad on. Now, what is the law?
Oh, if you want it to last, you're going to put some glue on the back of your foam pad.
Tacky glue on the back of your foam pads, because foam pads will dry out and fall off. The adhesive on there is not meant to last for life, but it's great to get that really flat, consistent layer of elevation. So they're brilliant for that, but you need to put a wet glue on there. It does, yes, absolutely, Nicholas, and it gives you the wiggle room if you need to, which is I've just done there. So you see, I'm able to get that where I want it. Now, we're going to take some time to raise and lower the different books so that it feels like a stack of books.
And are you going to put them like stacked up straight or slightly, you know?
All stacked straight because that's how I roll.
Right.
I would literally at home, if I had a book that was looking a bit skew, if I would go and put it right.
Push it.
Yeah, I couldn't look at it. It could not live in my home if it wasn't nice and straight. And then where your foam pads come off the edge, you just trim those off. Just use your scissors. And I like to trim from the correct side, because if you try and trim from the back, the odds are that you might trim a beady book off, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So just trim from the right size to get them to fit lovely. And then I'm going to put an extra layer on. So to do that, we take the back off. I'm just doing that with my craft knife because you don't want to watch me wrestling with foam pads all day. Having said that, you're still watching me wrestle with foam pads.
Great TV.
Here we go, it is, isn't it? It's riveting.
Oh, Nicholas got a fact about books. He's saying if you own 1,000 books, you can consider yourself a library. Is that
really?
true?
Is that true?
Do you have to have them all Dewey decimalised though? Oh, you don't. You just have to have them. I wonder how many books we have.
Well, I probably have got a library then.
You reckon you own 1,000 books?
I reckon, like in the loft and in the house, I probably do, because I'm a prolific reader. My husband's a prolific reader. Can you include the ones that are on the Kindle, or have they got to be physical?
I think they would have to be physical, wouldn't they? I think.
Probably. My son was prolific when he lived at home, and all of his are cased up in the loft, ready for his daughters when they're ready for them. I reckon we probably have, you know, Ben.
Really? I reckon we're in the hundreds somewhere. But like you, we've got a lot of books up in the loft of the kids, you know, that they read when they were younger. I'm reading more and more as I get older. I think it's quite good.
Yeah, well, Mr. C and I now, we're the fan of a Kindle now.
Oh, okay.
We
Do you
are
not miss,
definitely.
because the whole thing I love about it sounds a bit silly, but I love having a physical book because I love the act of flipping the pages, and I feel like I've never had a Kindle, but I feel the joy of that is obviously not there with the Kindle, is it?
I was always of that opinion, as was my husband, but I've converted him to the Kindle. I think when your eyes deteriorate a bit further, you'll move to a Kindle.
Oh, okay.
Because
is it so you can make the words bigger?
You can make the words bigger. So, and you can choose the font, you can, you know, and we use the Kindle Paperwhite because it doesn't have a backlit screen like an iPad or another type of tablet. So you can read at night and not disturb whoever's bed with you. You can read in the dark.
Does that make it easier then if you were reading on the beach?
It does. You can read on the beach beautifully. It doesn't spoil the glare. So yes, we do love that for that reason.
And there's a few book suggestions coming through as well. RM Frazina says, The Bookseller of Florence.
Ooh.
Outstanding. Helen Stewart says, yes, I love Harlan Coben.
Me too.
Nicole says, I love to read. My favourite genre is historical fiction, but I also love a cosy mystery. Don says, hello everyone, I'm an avid reader and currently reading America's Queen, which is the life of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Mandy says, hello, my favourite author is Linwood Barclay.
Oh, we're getting some good suggestions here.
Thrillers with a twist in.
I don't think I know Linwood Barclay.
Karen Callan says, I love reading fantasy novels. It started many years ago when I read Lord of the Rings, and I haven't stopped reading that genre since.
Now, I also love a fantasy. And if you like a fantasy, can I highly recommend to you Daughter of Blood and Bone?
Right.
The whole series. Oh, my word. That is captivating. The author's called Laini Taylor. It is so good.
Daughter of Blood and Bone.
Yeah.
It does sound intense, Nicola.
It is so good. Very mysterious. Right, let's put that on there and then we'll just have a flat one on the bottom for speed. So I've just done different variations of height with the foam pads or not. And if I hold that there, you can see you've got different books sticking out at different heights there. Okay, so there we go. We've got all that done. Then I've got my word book. And what we would do is just snip with our scissors the B.
Yep.
And the K off of there. Okay, so then we would put them on with glue. I've already got mine pre-glued here so I can put them on, and I've got my little glasses. Put your glasses on first, just to get them where you would like them.
That's always a good tip.
Always a good tip.
Before reading, put your glasses on first.
Actually, but then here's another tip. With the glasses, you've got the little legs, you know, you've got the arms. Put the arms down before you put the lens down.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is just overlap that on top of the first book so it feels like it's resting. They're resting on top of the book.
Yeah.
And then the glasses, see this little bit here? This lines up with the arm. Can you see the bit I'm talking about there, the little bit at the top? So just make sure that lines up with the arm, there and there, and your glasses will be assembled perfectly.
Nice.
Then we're going to use the B where I snipped it off, and the K where I snipped it off. Here it is here.
That's such a clever use of the dies already, isn't it? Like snipping up the book and then using the glasses as the two O's. I think that's so clever.
And then we're going to use the You Can Read Me, Leica.
Yeah.
Which came with the book die.
Yeah.
Pop that there. And then we're going to have on to the next chapter. Do you know what? If you've got someone leaving a job or leaving home or leaving university, if you leave the You Can Read Me Leica off and then you've just got on to the next chapter, how lovely is that for like a little personal journey card as well? Not even if you love books, just a personal journey, a life, a milestone.
Like
I think it's
job,
absolutely incredible for that. Yes, absolutely, any of those things. There we go. Divorce. Divorce, you're on to the next chapter,
you know.
do you know? You could be really pleased about that.
Send them on their way with a lovely card.
Like, You Can Read Me Like a Book, on to the next chapter, goodbye. Good luck.
You think you can read me like a book, didn't see this one coming, did you?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm on to the next chapter.
You're not in it.
Ta-ra! But seriously, I think can be used for anything, Ben, and that would be equally beautiful using those glorious papers from the paper pad as well. And actually, I think the little bookworm, the baby bookworm, just at the side down here would be really cute as well. So you can just put it together exactly as you see fit.
Very, very busy for this collection. Well done. Michael says, hi all, Stephanie's got the showstopper. Looks like she's going to be busy. And Cheryl Cap says, I've just ordered my showstopper. Good morning to everyone. I'll be waiting patiently for it to arrive. Karen saying, I do love a book that makes me laugh. I tell you why I've really enjoyed his books. The other comedian, Tony Hawk's.
Yes.
He's done a lot of the panel shows. A couple of his books, if you like, like a real life but funny book. So Round Island with a Fridge is a very funny one, where he took on a bet to basically navigate Ireland with a fridge on his back.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's such a good book.
Yes, it is a good one. I've seen that. He is funny.
And there's another one.
Because I always think of the skateboarder whenever
Tony
they say
Hawk.
he's Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's Tony Hawk's,
Yeah.
but Tony Hawk is a very good skateboarder,
Yeah.
isn't he? I don't know what that is, but that's
Just
my
that.
impersonation of skateboarding.
Yeah, that's what Leann does. When she comes into work in the morning, that's why she gets off her skateboard, because she doesn't drive in. No, she's got a skateboard, haven't you? And then she does.
I'm like Marty McFly in Back to the Future.
Yeah. She holds on to the back of trucks on the way in. You'll see her coming up Horndale Avenue like that. That's what she does. Hi, Jill B says, I tend to read one or more books a day. I've just finished Homicide in hardcover by Kate Carlisle. And Kathy Green says, I love to read books, the physical books. I love murder mysteries and medical thrillers. I wrote down a couple of the authors that you mentioned, Leann, so there you go. And Shazza Maynard says, good afternoon from sunny Torbados. How is Torbados today? Glorious down there. Our daughter is a primary teacher in Australia. The children have to learn to respect books. Her bookshelf is perfect, it says here. Laughing Gravy says, The Power of One by Bryce Courtney had me laughing and crying. And Jill B says, before I moved and had to downsize, I had at least 2,000 books collected since I started buying Nancy Drew. My sister used to read Nancy Drew with my allowance at age 9. I used to always love, do you remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books? That's what I used to love when I was a kid, where you get to a certain page and it said, if you want to do this, turn to page 20. If you want to do this, turn to page 30. They were brilliant. Anyway, you can see why people are loving this collection, because everyone loves a good book and everyone loves a good collection, and that's exactly what this is. We're over 20% of the stock gone. Let's give you time to check out. We're already halfway through the show. Get yours now. Remember, get the showstopper. You will get your free paper pad included with that, and we'll meet you back here for more demos in about 4 or 5 minutes' time.
Hi, my name is Sherry Jackson, and I have been a fan of Crafter's Companion for at least 7 or 8 years now. I love Crafter's TV. I mean, what's not to love about it? They've got great products, great prices, great people that work there for them. The customer service is great. The presenters are great. Demonstrators are great. Everyone there is great. I just love all the products. I love the tutorials we get. I love all the demonstrations, the craft-alongs, the master classes. Not only do you sell the products, but you teach everyone how to use it. I love the interaction on Crafters TV. I love the fun, the game, the prizes. There's just so much about Crafters TV. There's nothing not to love about Crafters TV. You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family. I'm widowed and live alone, and every day I look forward to watching Crafters TV, whether I watch it live or whether I go back and watch the rerun. I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion, and I love all of you, and I'm so thankful for Crafters TV.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different.
Get in early on the morning to work, set up all my cameras, all my TV monitors, make sure the lights are on. After the last show, we'll need to make sure everything's switched off, ready for the next day. Then I get to go home, just watch some TV, watch some movies or something when I'm making some food, and then go to sleep.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed before I get up in the morning.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
There's a personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, you got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
presenters are great, demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
Welcome back, everybody. We are 30% of the showstopper gone, so you do need to be fairly quickly. That is a lot of the stock gone inside the preview show, right? More people are going to be waking up now. More people are going to be shopping in between now and the launch, and more of that stock is going to dwindle. Basically, the showstopper is everything, but what we're doing in the showstopper is giving you the paper pad for absolutely nothing. And as you saw with Leann just a few moments ago, the designs that you are going to get in here are absolutely beautiful. Perfect for all sorts of different people, perfect for all sorts of different occasions, and they're single-sided as well, which I know a lot of you love. You're getting 36 sheets within this set, and you're getting all of these fantastic designs, 12 of them, 3 sheets of each. So that is the kind of the bonus, if you like, of getting the showstopper, because we will give you that pad for free. Interestingly enough, as well, as we thought would happen, a lot of people are buying that separately. So everything is available individually. A lot of people are getting the showstopper and then adding more of the paper pads in as well. And don't forget, when you get the showstopper, you get everything else in here. I love the little boy and the little girl reading the books. It reminds me of my two when they were little. There's my little George with his nose in a book. Both big fans of Roald Dahl, my two, when they were little.
Oh, good. My
Roald
Peter
Dahl
was
books.
too. Danny Champion of the World, one of his favourite books of all time.
Yeah.
We've actually got a piece of the author, what's his name? Not the author, the...
Oh, Quentin Blake.
Quentin Blake. We've got an original Danny Champion of the World, Quentin Blake painting. Because
Really?
Peter and Simon loved it so much, yes. It's beautiful, really lovely. I do love Quentin Blake artwork anyway, but Danny Champion of the World is very, very important to us. Do you know what? I think that's what books do for you, Ben. It's nostalgic, it's family history, it's your story that you've gone through as a family. You know, that's very important to us three. Anybody else coming in to think that's a random picture of pheasants flying out of a field with a bloke and his son jumping up in the background, but actually it means a lot to us three. Peter and Simon love the story, they read it together all the time, and Peter would go out with his dad to the allotment and send the pheasants flying in the field. So, you know, but that's their story, isn't it? And then you can have that memory, and it's invoked by books. That's why I think this collection is so fantastic for everybody, honestly.
No, it absolutely is. It makes me, it makes you a little bit sort of emotional, I suppose, doesn't it? Really, you think back. I used to love bedtime and reading stories to the kids, and then as they got a little bit older, you know, then reading the books to us. As they Roald Dahl, they both love the BFG. They both absolutely love. I remember reading the BFG to the two of them together at bedtime, and then it was probably a year or so after they did World Book Day. And funnily enough, it popped up on our Facebook memories early this week where George went as the BFG. So we did him like the big ears and the waistcoat and a little bottle of Frobschottel or whatever it was called. And then Daisy went as Sophie in her nightie. And
I love that.
the two of them together. It was so cute. But yes, so those two characters there, they can be whoever you want them to be once you've got those within the collection. Of course, you've got the Bookworm, so you've got the, I mean, simply the cutest. How can a worm be so cute? But they both are there. You've got the bookshelf there as well, so that book collection. Stamps and dies, of course, all of these. I think these are absolutely genius. The reading glasses, I absolutely love. So you've got the two different sets of glasses there, and then of course the arms for the glasses as well. This is the set, the reading list it's called, if you want to go for this individually. That's what Leann was just using in the last demo. Did you say, Nicola, this is the most popular set individually? Oh, it's the stamp, is it? It's the stamp, which is the most popular. This one here, the stack of books. Hundreds of you shopping for that one individually. All of you can shop individually for the items should you want to do that. So if you don't want to go for the full collection, you've got the opportunity to buy the individuals. Again, all of the different books there in stamp and die form. I love this one too, the chapter 1. So that's that open sort of storybook. We've got your stamps there as well, the Once Upon a Time, the script, create your own story with that. And then you've also, of course, got all of your sentiments as well. So this is called the bookish era. All of the sentiments. Again, love the fact in our collections, we make sure that we bring you sentiments which, of course, pertain to whatever the collection is. They're not just generic. They're very cleverly worked out so that you can use them, and they really mean something along the side the cards that you create. Oh, hello. I've just chucked the last one on the floor. The last... I've never ever done that before. I'm so
Help is
excited.
on the way, dear. Help is on the way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I've never ever done that before. I play cricket as well. You'd think I'd have safe hands. And this is the read me. So this is the bookmark or tags. I love the idea of like making your own bookmarks for like World Book Day as well, and handing them out to the kids, that kind of thing. I think is brilliant. And then of course you've got the stamp and die set here. You can read me like.
Do you know they'd be really nice teacher gifts?
Absolutely, end of term.
To make a bookmark end of term,
Yeah.
inexpensive, because I'm not a fan of this. Who can get the teacher the best
most
gift?
Oh, no.
I just think it's too much. Thank you. Do you know? And that being able to make those yourself and use that as a teacher gift, I think that's inexpensive and actually very personal.
And I think teacher would appreciate that more than, like you said, this whole thing of like who can buy the most expensive gift. Something handmade, I think, is certainly more something which the teacher will keep. That's the full collection. That's the showstopper. That is your freebie within the showstopper, but over 30% of the stock is gone. So do be swift, because it doesn't officially launch for another hour and 20 minutes, so you know what will happen. Don't be involved in that scrum later on when everyone's trying to get the final few. £60 or $76 is the price if you're platinum. Kathy has just said, my stepdaughter homeschools my 4 grandkids, just built a home with Beauty and the Beast library. So that sounds amazing. Pictures, please. This release is perfect. Shall we squeeze in another quick demo before we disappear? What would you like to show us this time, Leann?
We're going to have a look to use my other favourite little die set, which is the little Storybook and coffee cup.
Yeah.
I love this one. I just think it's so nice with the Once Upon a Time little stamp. I love the miniature of that. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to use this. So I've got everything die cut again, just for speed, so I can fit the demos in. What I've started to do is just distress this background, and I'm going to use some of the stamps that come in the collection. I'm just using Friar Brown and one of our blending brushes, and then just building up a little bit of aged colour around the outside. And this is a Harmony Water Reactive. Friar Brown is the best for that. You can do some faux bleaching if you want to. You can do some splashing, some water on there, whatever it is you want. It's entirely up to you. And just do a vignette, which means you go around the outside. So it's dark around the outside, lighter in the middle, and that gives it that aged, worn, well-thumbed, been in the library for a long time look and feel. So once you've done that, I'm just going to take the stamp that comes in with that little collection, and I'm going to create some texture in the background. So I've just got one of my rocker blocks here and a Finesse waterproof ink pad, and I'm using Flagstone. You could any colour you like, including black. And in fact, actually, you don't even need to use your water reactive for this. You could use your any colour of quick dry or pigment. Would look absolutely fine. And I'm just going to ink and randomly stamp down the side here, so it feels like it's got a little bit of text. And I'm going to miss pieces. I'm going to stamp off and get a second generation stamp on there as well. And that will just give it that aged, worn out, eclectic feel.
So just have a bit of fun with this.
Have a bit of fun, exactly right. You want it to feel a little bit old and raggy around the edges, a little bit distressed, a bit like me.
I was just about to say the same about myself, actually. But do your your 2 granddaughters?
Yeah.
Are they both? I suppose they're both of reading age now, are they?
So they like to be read too.
Read too,
so
right.
Ada it will be 4 in September.
Yeah.
So she can do her name. She
Yeah.
can spot her name and our names, but she's not reading. Not reading sentences or words yet. Edie's just not 3 till April,
okay.
so they're not quite reading themselves. However, they love to be read too. Julia Donaldson, their favourite author. Whenever Julia brings out a new book, we have that. I think we've got every one of them now. I've managed to collect them all for them. Gruffalo.
Yeah.
And
the
Ugly Five. Sorry?
Room on a Broom, wasn't that Julia Donaldson?
Room on a Broom, yeah, they love Room on a Broom. Highway Rat is another favourite one.
The Highway Rat. I remember with Daisy reading the Gruffalo too, and then the Gruffalo's Child.
Yes.
It was, again, when she was a similar age, and she used to want that every single night.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where she couldn't read the words, but she knew the book so well that I could turn the pages over, and she'd memorised it basically.
Yes, Ada's like that.
Yeah.
They both love also Stickman.
Stickman.
At Christmas, love the Stickman at Christmas. The Ugly Five, if you haven't read that, that's absolutely the Ugly Five. That's so lovely. It's got such a gorgeous. It sounds like it wouldn't, but it's got such a gorgeous story to it.
Yeah.
Like life lesson. The Smeds and the Smooths, that's also a really good one that they absolutely love. We read that a lot.
Smeds and the Smooths.
Smeds and the Smooths. Tiddler is a new one.
Yeah.
And the Penguin one that's just come out. Yeah, so they absolutely love them.
Oh.
And we love reading to them. I've got a lot of one of my first books when I was young and that really got me into reading was The Naughtiest Girl is a Monitor.
Oh, okay.
So funny. I've got that original book upstairs ready for Ada.
Yeah.
I've got the Swiss Family Robinson,
Swiss Family
What
Robinson.
Katie Did, all of the Enid Blytons.
Oh, I was about to say, Secret Seven.
Secret Seven,
Famous Five.
Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So many different ones. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm folding these little books that I've die cut in half and then I'm giving them dimension with my fingers so it feels like the books of the page are turning up from the bottom and they've been die cut in such a great way so it makes that very easy to do. And then so it feels like there's lots of pages.
Yeah.
I fold it in half and I curl it back and I do a blank one on each one and then a stamped one on each one, and it just feels like you've got lots of lovely pages underneath. And I've just gone round the outside with the same ink pad so you can see how I'm building those up. And if you've got the time and the patience, you can stamp more than one page so that you can see from the side when you're looking at it that you've got multiple stamped pages and words in there when that picks up, because we'll only stick it in the middle and you can see that would look like an actual book on the page, which I think looks absolutely great. So once you've shaped all that and you're ready to put them down, just decide where you're putting them and then you're going to use your chunky glue.
Chunky glue.
I like to just stick one side and leave one side up. I'll show you the difference between the two that I've done, but this is my preferred method. So I'm going to use my chunky glue here to raise up the dimension, and because I want it quite raised, it's definitely chunky glue and not foam pads. And then I'll just choose where that goes. I'm not sticking this one because I want it to feel like it's off the page, a book, which I think really does look lovely. And then I just have a little bit of chunky glue down the spine here only. And then that goes in the middle there. And then the same with the stamped one at the top. How am I for time, Ben?
Yeah, all right, we've got
plenty of
10
time.
minutes, haven't we? So.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And then I like to just give them a little bit, while I'm sticking them, just give them a little bit of encouragement. And you can see that that then feels like pages of a book.
Sensational Sky says, Leanne, do you remember
Coming off the
educating
card.
marmalade?
I do. I've got them in the loft for Ada as well. I do remember educating marmalade. So many lovely memories of fantastic. I tell you, one of my favourites, Pollyanna.
Oh, the Pollyanna books.
Loved Pollyanna. Yeah, I did. And The Lion, the Witch in the Wardrobe was one of my most coveted possessions as a youngster. I've still got that original.
Paddington Bear books.
Oh,
Michael Bond.
Edie loves Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
So much so when she goes to bed, she has to have for her supper marmalade on toast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of crumbs in the bed, but anyway.
Doesn't keep a sandwich under her hat, does she?
No, not under her hat.
No.
I mean, it's been under our duvet and we've had to rescue it and then change our bedding because we've had a bit of a marmalade disaster, but never mind. That's what grandmas are for, is it not?
Absolutely. Mandy says, Leanne and Ben, have you read anything by L.J. Ross, an author from Northumberland? She writes crime thriller books based in the Northeast. If you have Kindle Unlimited, her books are free to read.
So I haven't, but my sister-in-law Julie is reading. We've been away to the caravan this weekend in Keswick, and when we go, myself and my husband would go with Simon's sister Julie and her husband Stephen, and she is absolutely addicted to all of the LJ Rosses.
Oh,
she
really?
absolutely loves them, and she was just finishing one this weekend. The caravan said it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I've not tried them yet, but it's next on my list to try because she was advocating those at the weekend to me. Right. Let's pop that in. So I've got all of those books there feeling like, with just a little bit of glue at the side, look how they feel like they're coming off the page. Now, if you're giving this to someone or putting it in a box, then you can do it with all of this beautiful dimension. But if you're wanting to send it a little bit flatter because it's going in the post, I'll show you the other version.
Okay.
And you can do it a little bit flatter if you want to. This sentiment here, read books and drink good coffee, comes in with this die and stamp set. So you're getting that. This little die that you're getting here, I've just done a little bit of paper piecing, coffee cup. That's going in there with a little bit of dimension. And then I've got two little bookmarks. Come to me. That's it. Which I'm just going to get with a little bit of the 3D glue here and pop those in place. So let's see,
I think with this collection as well, if you picked up any of those tassels that we've done in recent collections, those would work quite nicely with this, wouldn't they?
Completely.
For your books and bookmarks.
And then we'll put this one here. Little bookmark there, because that's where I'm drinking there. And there we go. So we've got two options. This one is a little bit flatter. It doesn't have as much dimension in the book. If you want to send it in the post and you don't want all of the dimension, my personal preference is all of that dimension.
Absolutely.
So that it's literally jumping off the page. I just feel it looks fabulous.
A really cool project that. I've absolutely loved both the projects in the show so far, and you guys are loving the collection. As we said, we are well over 30% of the showstopper gone. Just a quick question from Sue, who says, can the bookmark die be used on mount board, Leann?
It's a paper die, not a mixed media die, so only on paper.
Love this collection, says Marnie.
Can I caveat that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
Actually, though, what you could do, and what I would say, if you want with that bookmark die to get the feel of mount board, with your craft card, just cut, I'm going to say 7 to 8 pieces, and then use your tacky glue everywhere to glue that together, and it will give you the feel of mount board, and you'll not be able to see the separate layers and then decorate it.
Brilliant. There's always a way around it, isn't there? You see, always a way. Love this collection. This is Marnie, who says, I have a family full of readers and teachers, so this is perfect. And Little Bear's just asked, Leann, how long does that 3D glue take to dry?
So it's touch dry in 20 minutes. It's got firmness to it in about 20 minutes, but you're going to want to leave it overnight to be absolutely solid. Or if you made your card in the morning when you get up for breakfast, like say 10 a.m, and then you put it at the post at 4 p.m, you'd be okay. It needs a good 6 hours to be set enough to go in the post.
And Anna Atkinson, this is amazing, says, hi all, I absolutely love this collection. Not only am I a passionate crafter, but I have authored and published 6 novels.
Tell us the names. I want to go read now. I can say I know an author.
Yeah. She says, I'm currently editing my 7th, so this was a must-have. I write under my great-grandmother's name, Sarah Jane MacDonald.
Right.
I write mostly mystery and suspense. She says, there's nothing like being lost in a book, and I too have been reading since Nancy Drew.
I am going to look for you, Sarah Jane MacDonald. Can I get you on Kindle? What book should I start with?
Okay. Anna, aka Sarah Jane, let us know where should we be starting? Where do we find you? Shazza says, great demos, can't wait for mine to arrive. And Charlotte's got her order in for the showstopper. She has extra paper pad. I knew you would. And a couple of other items. I love to read and we'll definitely get a lot of use out of this collection. Get an extra paper pad, because if you go for the showstopper, you will get the paper pad included, but you get it for free. So that's basically what the showstopper is all about this time. Sometimes we have bonus buys. You know, sometimes the kind of reason to buy the showstopper is a little bit different, but this time you get the showstopper because you get this pad for free. You can get the collection on its own if for some bizarre reason you don't want a free paper pad, but basically that other listing on the website of the full collection is there for when the showstopper sells out, and if it keeps going at the rate that it's going at, that will be sooner rather than later. But you get the 12 designs in there, single-sided sheets, 3 of each of the 12 designs within the pad. If you want another one of those, do like Charlotte's done and add more of those into your basket. Then you've got the bookmarks included in here as well, those dies with the stamp and die set here, so that gives you the little sentiment of you can read me like a book. All of your stamp sentiments as well, and again, these are brilliant. I'll leave you to discover a lot of these for yourself, but they are all tied in with the fact that this is a book collection, so we don't just send you a load of generic stamp sentiments, they're all tied in. So in my bookish era, have a novel birthday, some stories stay with us forever. There's loads of great sentiments there. This is the chapter 1 set that Leann's just used, so if you want to be able to recreate the project that you've just seen, that's the one that you'll be using from the set. If you want to go for it on its own, it is called chapter 1. The next chapter is all of the different books for you in stamp and die form, and then if you just want that stack of books that we saw earlier on, that's one of the most popular items individually, that stamp set. Then you've got your reading list, so all of the different books that you could stack up there, little bookmark dies in there for you too, and alongside I think my favourite die set in the collection, which is the reading glasses. So you've got the 2 different styles of reading glasses with the arms that you can simply just pop behind those as well. Then your book collection, so that is the bookshelf, stamp and dies, and then you've got all of your characters in stamp and die form. So you've got the cute little Bookworm, I mean absolutely super cute. I love the fact he's got his little mortarboard on there as well with his tassel, like he's just graduated from Wormiversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, if you have got somebody graduating and they have had heads in books for ages, how brilliant to do that, because they've been a bookworm for the last 2 years. Isn't that marvellous?
It's so cool. And then you've got the little Baby Worm down there. He's not yet graduated, not quite there. He needs to read a few more books. And then you've got your Reading is Dreaming, so the little girl reading her book, and then you've got the Full of Adventures as well. It's such a lovely set, and I can totally get why this is flying out of the door. Lovely price on this today as well, so it should be nearly £88, nearly $122 if you're platinum, £60 today, or $76. Trish Listell's just snapped up the Showstopper and an extra paper pad. That's what everyone's doing basically. Showstopper, get your free paper pad, get another one, because as I say, that's a useful paper pad to have for lots of other collections outside of the Bookworm. She says, got an extra paper pad, such a cute collection, great for my grandkids and Bookworm friends. And Anna, aka Sarah J. McDonald, books available on Amazon. Start with Beloved Stranger or Without Compromise. These are the beginnings of the 2 trilogies. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'm ready, because obviously I finished that book yesterday, didn't I? So I'm ready for a new one. Yeah. So I'm going to do it.
Thank you, Anna, and we shall have a look. Just before we go, shall we have a look at some finished samples with Leann?
So that was the one I've just done with those little lifted books jumping off the page. I really, really love this one. I've shown you it again. I really love it. Anyway, we'll move to one side. Look, we've got beautiful examples of lots of different ways of using all of the dies and stamps in there. I love this with a little coffee cup perched on a stack of books. Yeah. And that stack of books being created from the papers in the paper pad. Isn't that lovely, rather than cool. Card? Really lovely. And I think this one shows you how actually it works really well for the little girl there or the little boy to be sitting on a stack of books if that's what you want to do. And you've got your bookmark in there as well. And actually, I'd be doing that as a pocket, so that bookmark could be took out as a gift. Wouldn't that be really lovely? This is great just for anybody who absolutely loves books, and could be university, could be going to university, finishing, graduating, any of those things. Love, love, love Baby Bookworm. Baby Bookworm is one of my favourite little stamping dies I think we've ever done. So, so cute. Really works well with that little shaped book collection. This is gorgeous because it shows off the paper pad.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely brilliantly, doesn't it? And then this stack of books, which is the one that you said, Nicola, was really, really popular. Absolutely great to do more than one and just put them on top of each other.
Oh, so just stamped and cut twice?
Just stacked on top of each other, which it works really well, doesn't it?
It does.
And it's seamless, actually.
Yeah.
So you can do that. Then again, we've got the little boy this time, using the papers again, but sat on a little higher stack of books if that's what you want to do. We've got the bookmark with the little bookworm then. He's been coloured in with our glitter markers.
Yeah,
you can see that. Look how gorgeous is that. Who doesn't want a glittery bookworm in their life? Like this one as well. This is unusual fold look. And so this is lending itself to different types of folds and styles of cards too. So you're not just stuck with your half fold or tent. I think it's really nice to have that different type of style you can see there, which is absolutely great. And I love that bookshelf above her. I think that works really well too.
Yeah, it does.
Another one where we've just got a lovely stack of cards and that lovely bold floral paper from the background, which one of my faves. I love that. This I loved, where we've got the little boy sitting and then a whole swirl of books all around a die-cut circle. And then we lose ourselves in books and we find ourselves in there too.
Love it.
Isn't that a lovely sentiment?
It really is, yeah.
Really love it. This one is a very unusual photo. I really like this. Look at that. Isn't that fancy? It's fancy. Folds nice and flat to go away and then lovely. The glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I love the glasses. The glasses dies, I just think are so good. And then again, drink books and drink good coffee. That's a life affirmation right there. And then, of course, you've got your little Once Upon a Time. One of our colleagues, Leslie from work, she's been going in the finance department. She's been going to a silent book club.
What's one of them?
And she's absolutely, and I have to say, I'm very enamoured by the idea of it. So everybody gathers at a coffee shop, a local coffee shop, in the northeast here. And for the first half an hour, you have a chat with everybody and you catch up on what books, and you don't have to all go with the same book and you don't dissect them and, you know, all of that. You don't have to read it to a deadline. You just rock up with whatever you're reading. And then the fire's on and all the chairs are out and they've got cake and coffee and tea. And you have a chat with everybody, and then you find a chair and then you just sit down and read.
Oh.
And then if you want to have a chat, you can. And then afterwards, I think it's got an hour of quiet time for reading. And then it's like socialising. You can stay and read if you want to, or you can chat with people, find out what they're reading, ask for recommendations, make friends. People can just go on their own. I really think it sounds fabulous. It's like protected time, but not in the house. I love it. Anyway, that's another one, which I really do like as well, using several of those. Bookworm.
Look at, the family of worms.
Family of worms.
I love that.
That could be good for an end of school gift, wouldn't
Yeah,
it, for a teacher with a bookmark, maybe as a gift, and you've got all the little pupils there as
the
well.
Little worms on their way.
The future worms.
That's it.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love this one.
We're out of time, Leann.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, we're out of
Sorry,
time.
I'm having a nice time. I'm going to show you how to do this one in the launch.
Okay, well that is coming up in just over an hour's time. Massive thank you to Leann. We'll be back in, about an hour. Don't wait until the launch though. Get your collection now and then you can come back and enjoy all of the great demonstrations coming your way in the launch with Leann in just a little while. But until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.